We are falling apart. I mean, VASSY, you've got a bum leg, and I'm sitting here drinking Pedialyte to make sure that I can just survive this day.
I know. Are you feeling better or what?
Yeah, the more I drink of this stuff, the more I'm feeling better. I appreciate your help with the bananas, and VASSY's texting me last night. Make sure you have like 5 bananas before you go to bed, and I would drink a lot of Pedialyte. It's like, thanks, VASSY.
No, it's good. You took my advice. It helped, right?
It absolutely did help. Now, this is probably going to be one of the creepiest things I've ever said in Zoom, but VASSY, can you show us your foot?
I can. Yeah,
Look at that thing. Yes. So you are, okay, you can put it down now. You can put it down. On the level of healed, where are you now?
So I went to see my specialist yesterday. I'm not 100% there yet. There's still inflammation in the subtalar joint and there's neuropathy pain, which sucks. So it's there all the time. We haven't resolved that. So I really hope that, and there's weakness. So for example, if I try to walk barefoot, my ankle will collapse.
Ugh.
It's quite dangerous. I always have to, I wear these, I have these shoes here. These are my house shoes.
Nice. I think my grandma, when she was alive, she had the same pair of shoes.
Oh, this is Adidas. Hello.
My grandma was a very stylish woman. She had some Adidas. For those who don't know, VASSY has been injured for how long now?
Oh my God, it happened as soon as we got shut down. Quarantine. So I couldn't see a proper doctor for 2 months and it got really, really bad. So when I eventually got to see someone, unfortunately, it became so inflamed. So I wasn't able to walk for the 6 months. I was actually told that there was a chance that if I didn't do this surgery that I might be permanently disabled.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. The long story, it's just like, blah.
That escalated quickly. But the good news is that you're biking now, you're hiking now, you're going to walk down here to Florida so we can hang.
Yeah, I know. I'm coming to Tampa.
Yes. Now, all of this, of course, leads up to your brand new song, Oxygen. Why don't you share with us the powerful story of this new song?
So I was like in a dark place earlier this year. Let's be honest, I was fell into depression. And I was actually talking with Showan, who's one of the brothers from Showtech, who's Outgang. And we were actually going back and forth on some other things. And I just wasn't inspired to work on anything. I felt like I was drowning. One day he heard Oxygen, actually, and he fell in love with it. And I said, oh, it's kind of a dark song. But just through conversation, because he was actually helping me because he had a really bad leg injury. I don't know if you remember, but he was told by his doctors that he wouldn't be able to walk again. So we kind of bonded on that. And then he helped me through a few things and, you know, kept my spirits up. So we just naturally started collaborating on Oxygen. I reached out to, you know, my homies in Germany, 2 Worlds Apart, who I really love, and we had them collaborate with us too. And it was like my saving grace because, you know, with the whole pandemic and everything, oh my God, it was a tough year.
Injuries can definitely do that to you. I mean, not along the same lines, but when my appendix ruptured and coming back from that, you know, us being workhorses and being active so much, we literally just want to start back and we want to, you know, go, hey, body, I'm the boss here, not you. And we just want to get back to it, but that's not how it is. And the longer it goes that you can't do something, it just, I can completely understand how you slip into a depression from it.
Yeah, totally. And it's a real thing and people, you don't want to talk about it because it's not fun or cool. But depression is a real thing and it can take you to dark places. So there's a lot of medications and stuff you can take for it. But I wanted to holistically treat my depression. And that's how Outgang helped too, because, you know, he was helping me with a lot of nutritional things that can help. Like, for example, vitamin D is really, really good and B12 is really, really good. Like, I know a lot about the vitamins and stuff. That's why I was able to help you because during this time with my foot and stuff, I also developed what's called restless leg syndrome, which is awful. God.
Yeah.
And it's something that can be controlled through vitamins and what you eat. And so I did a lot of research and now I found what I can take naturally that helps. And if I stop taking it, like after a week, my symptoms come back like aggressively. But a lot of people don't do their work. And so they end up taking just a shitload of pharmaceutical stuff. But if they just take a little time out to try a few different things that are a little bit more homeopathic, you might find like a good balance that helps, with your overall well-being.
Not to turn this into vitamin talk, but we've had these discussions in the past about what stuff we're on, and I've shared with you that for my anxiety and a little bit of depression, I take ashwagandha and rhodiola, which another friend of mine had suggested, and I completely noticed that it levels me out, which is great.
Oh, wow.
Well, let's go on to happier stuff and keep talking about Oxygen. Take us through the birth of a song. So you say that he heard Oxygen. How does it happen that it goes from you to Outgang and Two Worlds Apart?
When he first heard it, when Outgang first heard it, it was basically the vocals were there and it was just a piano. So it was like a stripped back version. We were just vibing on a whole bunch of stuff. And when he heard that one, which I didn't think that was the right collaboration to do with him, obviously, because here we are, like we did bad, it was like over 1 billion streams, big EDM banger. But then he liked this and I said, oh, this is really not what I thought, because I was sending him all this other stuff. And then he said, no, it's just, it's very vulnerable and emotive and soulful. And I said, oh, it's a little dark and stuff. And then that's how we got into it. And he's like, oh, we have to do this. So then I was like, okay. So we just went back and forth on a few things. And actually, that's why we have two versions. So we have this kind of version that's like a current production. And then we have this other version, which is kind of like the old meets new. And it's a little houseier and stuff. And so we couldn't decide between the three of us. And we just said, let's put out both versions, which is a bit weird. And so then when we worked on it, I reached out to Two Worlds Apart, who I really, really love. Those guys are so talented and they're so German, which is like German don't do small talk. So,
just a warning, saying so German probably shouldn't be said to a Jew.
I know, I'm sorry, but like they're funny because Germans are very, you get on the phone, it's like everything's just to the point and there's no small talk. Like Americans, we start talking about stuff. And I love the boys' style. Like they actually did a remix of mine on a previous single and I just think they're really dope. So between the three of us, we all just jumped in on it and it just became a natural, collaboration. So it's cool. I'm really excited about it because we're all really different. Well,
for all Germans watching and for all Jews watching, that was just a joke. I'm Jewish. I can make that joke. Probably very tasteless, and I probably shouldn't be making jokes like that'll live in video forever. But we gotta laugh right now, right?
It's funny because the boys asked me one day after we finished the song, they said, we would like doing this with everyone that we work with, but can you give us any feedback just about the process of working with us? And I said, yeah, maybe you could have a bit more small talk. Maybe you could be a little bit more personable. And then you know what feedback they gave me? I didn't even ask. They said, oh, well, here's our feedback for you. And I said, oh, no, I don't need And then they just told me. They're like, well, you confused the shit out of us because in the beginning you gave us all these like, I want to do this and all these references and you just confused the shit out of us. And I was like, oh, sorry.
I could have told them that. I mean, you've been confusing the shit out of me for almost 10 years now.
Oh my God, Ryan.
But it's so awesome having more brand new music from you. Hopefully, this is going to be another #1 for you.
I so need that right now. It'd be such a blessing if I can get another one right now. So fingers crossed, we'll see.
Well, VASSY, it's great to see you besides being in text talking about bananas and how I'm passing out and not going to make it. It's so awesome to see you, and thank you for being with us here on America's Dance 30.
Thank you for having me. And I saw that you had your peanut butter because I know you stocked up and had a whole
I've still got jars from when this whole lockdown happened.
Well, that's the thing. When you said to me you're having peanut butter, I was like, well, yeah. I mean, you've got like 1,000 jars in there from the freaking...
Hey, you've got your lockdown. I've got my lockdown, okay?
When are you going to send me Aiden? I've thought about it. As much as I want both, you can keep Tucker. Because Tucker's intense. So I
Hold on. Our connection...
I'm not done talking.